deep and romantic relationship was that he and I have been talking for a long time just about mutual kind of the one frustration that we have with 5e is that it is sometimes it's sometimes impossible to die. Like you can literally try to die and be unsuccessful. And so, we've talked about this all this time. He told me about this, some of these older systems where it's a lot easier to die. It's great, blah, blah, blah. First session I play, I get my first 2 character deaths ever in like...
I was there, yeah.
Yeah, first like 30 minutes of the session. So I go from never having died in a game and then just get murdered. Once by a big tongue-shaped slug and then subsequently by a flying book, which...
Well, yeah, in both cases, you kind of walked into it.
Yeah, but still, it's like
what you walked
it
into
doesn't happen
was
in
the
5e.
entrance to the dungeon.
Yeah, to be fair, I walked into the room and then was murdered.
I mean, I think honestly, I'm in the same boat. Like, I played 5e for at least a year, and then the first time I had any character death was at this table. Or, character going insane, Gardens of the End. Not gonna spoil anything, but...
Yeah, thank you. That is a good point. I appreciate you not spoiling it, because it is kind of like an underlying truth of the world, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I still don't know the answer to that riddle. It doesn't bother me, honestly, too often, but now I'm thinking about it again after a solid 8 months. It's bothering me again. I don't know the answer to that puzzle.
I do have an adventure for 5e called Tomb of Black Sand, which is billed as, this is not your typical 5e adventure. People will die if they play like normal 5e.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, Mark and Caleb, you'll both be, I don't know, you might be happy. Ross basically gave me the option of bringing back any of the 4 OSE characters, Dolmenwood characters that I've played. And so I did settle tonight on Fergus, the magic user, who has a fascination.
That was the only one I didn't want to come back.
You didn't like Fergus?
No.
He was the one that collected berries?
The gooseberries.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was here and gone just instantly. Boom, boom.
My only problem was he didn't die faster.
Well, then you're in for just a
rip roaring time tonight.
Okay, wait.
Enough to cast shield this time.
Here's this. Yeah. Cast shield before you walk in the room.
Yeah. Well,
how long does shield last? 1 turn?
2 turns. Caleb, you there's hope for you though, Caleb, because my backup character is a character that I have played in person with Ross. We played an in-person Dolmenwood session last year. It was a while ago, and it is Giggles the bear, and Giggles the bear obviously cannot talk. So Caleb, if Fergus does die, you will only have to suffer through, maybe an hour of Joel making bear sounds instead of Joel.
You say suffer through. That sounds like a good time. Let's get Fergus to the front of the line here.
Hey, Ross, just to confirm, we're doing no PvP this session, right? No PvP. I need to know this starting off.
I think so, because I got Giggles the bear from the actual Village Bear, which is a class in Beyond the Wall, and
which I love. I love that game.
Yeah. So, and it's the same numbers. So what I did was I just gave him the stats for Black Bear in OSE, and there's an option to play as a monster in the stat block. So it's just like you're the monster, the Black Bear.
Yeah.
Which
I need to get the full manual for OSE.
Yeah.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to order it. Where'd you get yours, Ross?
U.S. citizens can only get it through either Secondhand or Exalted Funeral.
Noble Knight Games has, they have the
Game
Advanced
stores.
Fantasy.
Yeah, if you can get in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of little game stores. Stone Valley Games. You just put in Google, type Old School Essentials, and then look at the shopping button, and they'll give you lots of options.
Okay.
I had to track them down as they were being released. I was like, I was so obsessed because I didn't back the Kickstarter.
Right. Yeah, they've got a new. It looks like Exalted Funerals got starting in February, sometime this month. They got a Kickstarter for the whole box set for all of the OSE stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna kind of redo it a little bit and stuff, and yeah, they sell out as fast as they get stuff in. Exalted Funeral does, but I'm trying to convince my store to pick up more of this kind of stuff. But anyways, you guys have all played in this world before, but Chester, you have not played in this part of the world, which is mythical England. That is a portion of the mythical England known as the Dolmenwood. And I want to go over a few notes.
Feels more like mythical Wales to me.
That's maybe fair. Maybe that's true. I don't know. Gavin Norman, I don't know what he based it on, but definitely
You're
like
saying
a...
Yeah.
Huh?
If Demian dies, then Pridwin can fall in behind him. My other character from this world.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, that's true. I can just drag him up and put him up here, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so we learned last time that it might be in a way true that all undead are evil, but as you faced monsters in the dungeon, except for the animal-like one, the worm tongue, I think we learned that almost everything could be negotiated with or ran away from. And that's something that is unique to this world. I don't know that I'm going to do that in the Vale. The Vale might be more like about fighting monsters and stuff, but I think that's usually an option most of the time, not all the time. The other thing is there's this constant balance between you're here to go into a dangerous place to get treasure, and you can choose about how much danger you want. But you're not going to get wealthy if you don't take risk, and you're not going to accomplish your goals. But it's up to you how much risk you want to take. So, also, this is a mini campaign. It consists of 2 dungeons put together. I would say it's close to being like a mega dungeon. It's got several levels. It is semi-linear, meaning I just have these 2 dungeons for you. But you are in the Dolmenwood, and you have a town nearby that you can go back to and sleep and eat and talk to the NPCs and build relationships and build your estate and do all that kind of stuff. The town is completely safe, mostly, and most of the time, and also depending on what you do. The wilderness is not safe, and dungeons are dangerous. The dungeon is a mythic underworld, so it doesn't necessarily always make sense. There are all sorts of bizarre things happening there that are sort of outside of reality. And every time you leave, when you come back, it might be different. And that's the risk of leaving and coming back, but also you need to eat and sleep and stuff like that. Chester, you've played BX before? Or any retro clone like BX? I won't go over it.
Yeah, I've played.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hooks and rumors. So, you all already know each other, and you have made it back from, and on the map here, you may need to zoom in completely to be able to see the little text and where you are and stuff like that. But you have made it back from the tomb of Sir Chide to the nearest village of Caerlon. And in the village of Caerlon, you were able to gather information and rumors and rest and get food. And Shay the Shiv bought a house. You all already know each other.
I'm alive. You guys are welcome in it. Mikasa Sukasa.
Yeah, and if you buy a chest with a lock, you could store stuff in his house.
You can store stuff in my house without it.
That's okay. Probably true too.
Although I will accept donations to purchase doors.
Let's see. So, how do you know? Nop isn't here tonight either. Let me move him down. Got 2 folks missing tonight. Put Nop right there. And Faragos I'm going to move up. And Opago, I'm going to move down. Okay, so we got Shay, Maximilian, Dimgen, and Faragos. Okay. Faragos, Maximilian, and Shay, you all already know each other. How did you meet Dimgen? Who is Dimgen? And yeah.
I know the answer to none of these questions.
Chester's you're
Thank you
muted.
for asking.
And just so you know, Chester, they just reclaimed like an ancestral tomb of one of the characters, Maximilian, and now they're taking all the treasures that they found and stuff, and they've made it back to the nearest village.
Cool. Yeah. I guess you all would know Demian Hansen. Demjin he's kind of like from an older family of delvers, from a line of people who have been delving, originally from the Vale, but they recently have moved into the Dolmenwood area. His family line, many have died in many tragic deaths, basically all of them delving, which is where he has his expensive equipment, his sword, his shield, his plate mail, which looks a little bit rusty and not as well taken care of and as new as other models of plate mail, but he's determined to continue in his family line and strong, charismatic, and to delve, and he's eager to prove himself.
What do you know of the ways of the fairy folk?
The ways of the fairy folk. Well, in the Vale, we know their trickery. They're not great. And if you go into the Fey realm, run away as soon as possible. I've heard rumor that, well, they'll kill you.
I want nothing to do with this man. Fire him.
Duncan, allow me to introduce Maximilian. He's a monster now. And a fairy folk, honorary fairy folk. If he goes back, they'll probably kill and eat him, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah, Chester's probably just right, actually. But Maximilian doesn't know that. But yeah, so actually, just why don't you describe Maximilian now, Mark?
Oh, hey, show him the picture.
Oh, yeah, let me do that. Let me start with Dimgen. This is Dimgen.
Yeah.
And here is Maximilian.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah, so why does Maximilian look like that? What happens like when you encounter him?
Yeah, my eyes are glowing like headlights. Yep. And I shine the light of truth down upon you.
Yeah, he's also like a heavily armored dude as well, but has gigantic insectoid car-beam type light eyes. And it casts like light out like brightly, like 60 feet away from him at all times.
Yeah, like totally like a wolf in a Tex Avery cartoon that saw a hot chick. Boing.
Yep. There's only two options, by the way, as far as I can imagine, unless you come up with some other solution. You can blindfold Maximilian, and then he won't cast the light, but then he's blind. Or he can have the giant googly eyes that cast light, and then you'll have light, but then like everybody will see these like car headlight things coming down the dungeon pathway, the corridors. So.
Imagine the way we blindfold him is just turn his helmet around.
Oh, that's a good idea. It's one of those bucket helms, and you just go and just turn it around. Okay, cool.
I like it.
Let's see here. And then there's Shay the Shiv.
However many daggers you think is a preposterous number of daggers to see on a person's person, he has more. Just daggers all day. And some hand axes, a sword, and a long bow with a bunch of arrows. He's just completely kitted out now. He has food too.
That's an improvement from last time. He Caleb spent all of Shay's money on just swords and blades and stuff, and so he had no money
Put a
and no
little
food.
bit of Shay's money on swords. Daggers are super cheap.
And then he's got like a blade fetish and just picks up every sword and blade that he can find.
Not a
Fair
fetish.
enough.
It's a practical attraction too. It's all natural.
And then there's Fergus, who is actually was deceased. Oh, that didn't show up. Did that show up for you all?
Yes.
Oh
No.
wait, it didn't show up for Chester because I didn't put it on all players. It's a roll 20 thing. Here we go.
Oh, pizza.
I see a wizard conjured a piece of pizza.
It's very Fergus. Yeah, Fergus is and we don't know a ton about Fergus yet. We didn't get a lot of time to get to know him, but he is a magic user and kind of a crunchy druid type persona, but ran into Shay and Maximilian. He was out looking for gooseberries, or so he said, and ran into this group and decided to help them, and then met an untimely end at the receiving end of a flying book down in the dungeon with them. So he's a bit of a character.
The irony of that sort of death.
Yes, especially for a magic user. Yeah,
And you do have gooseberries.
I do have gooseberries. Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I was thinking, if you want to make it part of your first attempt at magical research, we could make that one of 3 ingredients you're looking for. Maybe that's why you were
okay.
looking for gooseberries.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
I was out doing some magical research and trying to find the components for a new spell, and did not find them, but did find I found some gooseberries and whatever I ran into in the tombs with these guys. So
All right. We can go over like hooks and why you're interested in delving into this part of the underworld soon, but each of you knows a couple of things. Some of these things you have heard from before. Some of them you learned in town. But let's see. Mark, roll a d10. What'd you get? Might have to help me with the...
I got a 2.
You have heard that... so the people here in Caerlon today are holding a funeral service at the nearby temple. It is a funeral service for 2 teenagers, Catriona and Garnier. And it is said the cairns are empty because they don't have their bodies, because it said they were taken by a witch. And strange things have been happening in Caerlon. Now, this is something you all know, okay? But the people in town have been talking about where Catriona and Garnier were taken and where the witch is. And they do know that there's this glade in the woods with an oak. And they say that they have delved into that. And that is that's your target for tonight. That you think that if there is to be treasure and things to be found, it's going to be there. And you have heard that there are gnomes that live down under the earth in this part of the witching ring of Chell in the western Dolmenwood. And you have heard that the gnomes in this area worship an idol of solid emerald. It would probably pay off the rest of your fortress. If you could somehow obtain that idol.
So I go ask Demjin, do you have any special skills?
I have the skills of my ancestors. I can delve and use sword, shields, inspire retainers. He looks off into the distance with a look of wistfulness to a past that was grander. Yep.
Chester, for
Yeah.
for Dimjin, roll
Yeah.
a d10.
All right. D10. I also got a 2.
Reroll.
All right. 4 this time.
You have heard, and this is from the lips of a traveler who has been kept here by the Holy Order of the Church of the One True God. Cardinal Fesivius has held an inquest on the village of Caerlon because of their many troubles over the past 2 months, and no one has been permitted to leave. And it actually trapped several travelers by law. And they have at least been given a place to stay by the village without expense, but been unable to continue about their business. And this one traveler, he was a short man, middle-aged, with large ears. He claims that that there was some sort of battle that took place here, and that deep in the earth, these knights did battle with some sort of terrible evil, and a holy chalice has the power to reverse death itself, but it's now guarded by this evil.
Under Caroline?
In the under the earth here, in the glade to the northeast of Caerlon, in the wilderness.
Okay, in that same oak location.
Yeah, supposedly, or who knows? Maybe he's crazy anyway. It's just something that it's a tall tale that a traveler has passed on to you about the area. Yeah. Okay. Fairgoss, roll a d10.
All right. I got a 2.
Roll again.
Okay. We got a lot of 2s this round.
Until you get a 2 or not a 2 or a 4.
I got a 5.
A 5. Now, Dimjin would not know this, but Fairgoss is learned in the lore of the Dolmenwood, and it is said that once the war against the fairy was at its head here, and that there was a terrible overlord of fairies from his own pocket realm of Elfland called Phrygia, and that he was beaten back, and they sealed this area shut from him ever returning and terrorizing Dolmenwood again. And as part of that, a knight, the patron saint of Dolmenwood, did battle with a dark unicorn, a demonic unicorn, and held back the encroaching chaos. And the Dolmenwood has been wild and weird, but at peace, thanks to their sacrifices. And as part of those wars, you know that there were battles that took place here in this very area. And there was an organization known as the White League, a group of knights. And it's said that the White League knights are often entombed in areas nearby. And the magic that you learned in the tomb of Sir Chide, you wonder if he was perhaps a member of this secretive White League. And perhaps there are more tombs with more magic.
More magic.
There, more magic's always a good thing, but could this be a gate back to that sacred place?
You mean the pocket realm he was talking about?
Maximilian wants to go back to the fairy realm.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
Yeah,
this sounds like the place to do it.
Oh yeah, this might be a way back to the other world.
like a way back to where we were last session with Maximum?
Yeah, remember Maximilian has a insatiable desire to return and
Right.
live forever in the other world. He's not free of that.
Right.
Yeah, just the way you worded that wish.
Ross, out of character, do we need to figure out a way for Fergus to be alive again, or we just
No, he was alive, remember? So they had a wish spell.
Yeah, I wished you back to life.
Yeah, you got.
Oh, that's right. Everyone's alive again.
Yep.
Yeah, Braun, Fergus.
Not everyone. Only the people who were in our party.
That was
of
the
my
stipulation.
characters.
Yeah.
Yes, all of the characters that I played in Lost. But
Nice.
the rogue is not coming back.
It's alright. If I die, I got a rogue. Thief, whatever.
Nice.
We've got a good thief with us as well.
I wouldn't go so that far.
I mean, it's better than mine. He's still alive.
All
Still
right.
alive is the best kind of thief.
Shay, roll a d10.
Oh no.
It'd be a 2.
Slash roll d10. 4. Look at that. Look at that roll.
And re-roll.
Right. Roll d10.
You don't want a 5, 2, or 4.
5.
You got a
If
5.
I get a
Keep
2,
going.
do I win something? Roll
You get
Yeah, I'll give you 2 of them.
10.
I'll give you 2 rumors if you do.
Darn.
What'd you get?
I got a 9.
Oh, okay. You have heard stories of travelers coming from the larger city of Orlane to the north, near the riverbed. And you have heard it said that in the dark there are lizard people abducting people. And that they have an ancient shrine somewhere nearby with long-lost treasures.
Lizard people and treasures, you say?
Yeah. So these are the things that you've heard by travelers and people in the inn, the Blackstone Inn, and also knowledge that you have carried about the area before you arrived here. You all know, looking at the map, you came from the tomb of Sir Chide. You traveled 4 miles from the woods to get to the road that goes north and south to the river, and then loops back on the north side of the river to Fort Vulgar. And the larger town of Orlane sits on the riverbank. And you have heard that there, from what has happened here in Caerlon, that this place that children probably disappeared to was here somewhere to the northeast in the forest, in an open glade, a break in the thick wilderness here. And you have heard that this complex goes all the way down into an underground portion of the river, where it runs off into a, what do you call it, like a tributary underground. And so that it has multiple levels. My last question before we go to Caerlon is, what would be your motivation for wanting to investigate that?
Delving?
Yes. I think
Yeah.
I think Dimgen, like, also
And-
regaining your lost heritage.
Yeah.
Because they were famous and fierce and effective in their ability to go into the underworld. Some people
Yeah.
don't even believe the underworld is real.
Yeah, they used to have a castle back in the Vale, but
Oh, wow.
that was many years ago, centuries ago.
Perhaps someday Dimgen can either build his own castle or reclaim it and find it. Maybe. For that, you'll need treasure and tales that you acquire on your own. What
I
about?
heard about a chalice.
Yeah. What about Fergus?
Sorry, can you say that again?
What motivates Fergus to continue on with all of these people and delve into the underworld?
I think one Fergus is mostly just interested in expanding his magical abilities, and he spent a lot of time in Dolmenwood exploring. But he knows that he's not strong enough to go on his own. So attaching himself to a party offers him the opportunity to, travel to different places and gather new information. He's, I think, particularly fascinated by Maximilian's obsession and drive to get back to the fairy world. Because to someone like Fergus, the thought of going to the fairy world and like a place that's as close to like raw, pure magic as you can get is his dream. So that's kind of his. He doesn't have like he doesn't care about money very much. He doesn't care about shiny weapons or he'd like magical stuff. But his main drive is just knowledge and magical abilities for their own sake.
Yeah, and I mean, you have evidence of that, regardless of what they said when you. I don't know if his last memory, or if he'd even remember being beaten to death by a magic book, but
Right.
then suddenly you appeared in the tomb and you were perfectly
Better
fine.
remember it.
But like, the evidence of what they're saying is on his face. Like he's got alien, fairy, mutated eyes now. So it's like one of the most magical things you've ever seen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, which he's a big fan of.
Maximilian, you're what, consumed with lust to return to what you think is home now, or is that?
Well, it's the mushroom that did the thing to the eyes, but it's my own stupid fault. As we were acting as waiters, I ate some of the fairy food,
Right.
and now, like, I want to return to this idyllic paradise. I mean, I was the happiest ever, and then the way we returned home was like either you were gonna wish everyone back to one way or another way, and you didn't clear out. I don't know, it was pretty funny the way it went down. I don't remember how it was worded though. But anyways, I also my ancestor is now wed to his fairy love. That's where we left
Oh
off.
my gosh, yeah. Maybe Maximilian could have that.
That's exactly what's in his head, But the very he's magically interested in all things fairy from now on, I guess.
Yeah.
He's like, I could have been an elf.
Oh man,
Why could that be an elf?
that makes me sad for some reason.
I'll get ear
That
surgery.
longing, that pathos. Okay. Let's see. Shay the Shiv. Because you're absolutely filthy rich now, basically, and if you go back, you're going to get even more money and power. And I don't know what is Shay's motivation.
Shay's motivation is money, and survival. Probably in that order, maybe.
Okay.
He's got a family, and he wants all the money in the world.
Aw.
I've decided.
He didn't
this
say
is
that
his
last
thing.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I figured he was about to die at all times, so I was like, no, whatever. But now I've decided that his son, Jay,
Oh. Okay.
is, in addition to being a potential future character, if Shay fails to achieve his dream of being preposterously rich, and also maybe establishing a thieves guild and just building a life back home with money stolen from dead people.
Oh man. Yeah, I always say, like, because this game is more lethal, please make me feel bad if your character dies. I don't know what that looks like, but do it. Yes.
All right, fine. That means Demian is the last of his line.
No, it dies with Dimian. Oh no.
Demian is the last of his line. I'm putting that in my notes. It's official.
Oh. Okay.
At
All
least
right.
my wife and all my children are there to continue the line.
No. God. Okay, so you awaken in a spring day that is unseasonably chill in the morning. And a chilly mist covers the low area that between the little tiny hills upon which the various buildings rest in the village of Caerlon. Caerlon is a wooded town. It is not a place where farms are. It is a manufacturing town that manufactures goods that come from the river, fish, and nearby farms. And then those goods are taken further southwest into the Dolmenwood or north. And it's adjacent to this trade road, the Duchy Road. And the main feature of the town has this circle where the road goes around it. And in the center of the village is this plinth, this dark dolmen that rises some, 15, 20 feet up on a slightly raised area of ground. This dolmen that sits in the middle of the village, children always love to play around it. And there are runes that cover the top part of it. The most strange thing about the dolmen is it's always covered in a sort of rimy frost, but when you touch the frost, it's never cold. Otherwise, this is the Blackstone Inn, for the namesake of the village. Shay, did you start in your apartment in your house today, or did you join everyone at the Blackstone Inn, or did everyone? Probably everyone can't fit in Shay's place. It's like maybe one other person
here.
Yeah.
Thought it was kind of big, but I'd say I'd head over and meet up with the gang.
Okay, so everybody is at the Blackstone Inn when they wake up, and this isn't something that would. There are travelers, people from outside of Caerlon that are gathered here, and they're excited that they're finally being able to leave. You were admitted to a room, and as you gathered information about what was going on, yes. We have to figure something out, like some sort of like shutter system or something. Maybe like a lamp where you can just kind of like only part of it. But anyways,
I forgot the last thing you have to do. I have to roll hit points. I have to roll my D8 plus 0.
Go for it.
Okay. Please, 2.
Probably Maximilian.
To the club.
Oh yeah.
Maximilian's probably like has to stay blind, because the fact is that if they found out like the truth about Maximilian, they might drag you off at worst, or at least ask questions and detain you at best. But you guys work something out to be able to do this. If it's just leading Maximilian around, I don't know.
I have my sword.
Ah, yes. This village is currently occupied by a militant faction of the Church of the One True God. But the good news is, the travelers in the inn are excited about this. They're about to depart. Before they do, as you awaken, you hear the droning chants of liturgic in High Woldish, off by the newly built temple. They are holding the funeral service for these two teenagers, and that's what's happening. That being said, Miss Heckles, the tavern keep, is still here, and there is food and drink, and there are people looking for work.
All right, Temjin will go to the gang. All right, are we?
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, hungry. Let's eat food and Let's delve.
No, I
today.
mean, I seriously wish I had some salami here at my house. Ah,
Oh,
Some rustic
Yeah.
food. Yeah.
yeah, he's inspiring me. Mm.
yes, food. And delving.
Ah.
I will inspire them to greatness.
I get I suppose, I get a big cloak I can hang over my face. Does it shine through the heaviness of the cloak?
You work something out. We'll figure it out. Yeah, you probably put a cloak over there or something.
Because I mean, I'm ready to defend myself if they're gonna pick on me.
Yeah, they're.
'Cause I'm the Blue Knight, man. I don't take no. Yeah.
The good
They could
news is
kill you.
that the authorities in town mostly seem over at the temple of
Doom?
Saint Craven, newly raised recently by Cardinal Facetious and the work of the villagers. Priest Dutrin is left charge of the flock here. He is the patron saint of infant martyrdom, incontinence, and idle hands, and they did not pick that one. The church just picks what it wants in its own order.
Wait, one more time. Infant martyrdom, incontinence, and what?
Idle hands.
It's a interesting
Okay.
combo.
The villagers didn't pick that, but
They got some interesting virtues over there at the One True Church. St. Craven as well. It's quite a.
Yeah.
In this small town, is this like the small town where everyone just goes to church because that's what you do, and they've kind of just made peace with the fact that their saint is a load of crock? Or is the church like this weird thing that like a few families go to, but for the most part people stay away from?
we don't know that Saint Craven is a crock. We don't know that yet, but
Okay.
But what you do know is the first thing. Absolutely, it's the first thing. Everyone is in the Church of the One True God. Everyone tithes a certain amount of their income, and then they dutifully show up on sunny day to attend services and try to leave as fast as they can.
Real midnight mass situation we got here.
Anyways, the tavern keep Miss Heckles approaches the table and is like, "Is there something I can get for you?"
I don't look up. I just pass my order over.
Okay, that'll be 5 silver pennies, sir. And 3. That would make a total of 8 silver, please.
Do you have a hearty meal for a hard day of work?
Why, I think so. Our cheese, you get a lot of it. It's a nice big block of chad, and the carrots are they're fresh.
All right, I'll do that.
That with a beer will keep you going. That'd be 9 penny. 4 silver and 5 copper.
All right, I'll do that.
Do you have any gooseberries?
Oh, sir, I'm so sorry, but no, gooseberries are very hard to find this time of year.
No. Gooseberries? Okay. Alright, I'll have
That's it. That's his whole thing.
I'll have the cheese. That's fine.
Oh, he's so sad. Okay. he
Any
gets-
sort of berries. Please, madam, any sort of berries.
Oh, well, I'll see what I can do. So you get the cheese, and she's gonna try to put some spice and salt in your ale and claim that it's a berry.
He's not super practically intelligent, so it'd probably work.
And then does Shay get anything?
Yeah, sure. Whatever is good, my lady.
Oh well,
How special?
the special today is the Hamath Sprat, and I'll have that right out to you. That's 3 silvers, and
That's very German.
you want some ale with that? That'd be
Yeah,
4
sure.
silver. Okay, they bring out the food. It smells. It depends on your opinion, I guess. If you like gamey fish stewed in tomatoes and sugared bird brains, but you guys.
I was
get-
trying to think of the most elven thing I could think of to eat.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
everything
that's an elk would eat.
is so mundane compared to. So you were saying what happened? What happened was Maximilian wasn't there when they made the wish. Maximilian was already dining with the elves, and the elves were probably going to eat him, but he didn't think that. Like they were asking questions about him and stuff. But
And I sang them a song.
that's right, and you sang him a song. That's right.
You did.
Okay, so everybody gets something. Let's see here. Maximilian, you get -1 intelligence for this session. But you can talk to animals on a 2 and 6 sometimes. Sometimes. Depending on the situation in the underworld. Let's see. Chester got the cheese, and
Yeah.
also
Cheese and carrots.
Farragoss got the cheese. You guys have a +1 to wisdom, but you ate a lot of cheese. So now on every encounter, on a 1 in 6, there's a chance that you're going to burp or fart or like make some noise or make a smell.
Okay. Sounds about right.
That feels pretty standard for Fergus based on his largely foraged-based diet.
Yeah, Farragus's tummy hurts now.
He's not happy
You're
about
pretty
that.
certain there wasn't any berries in the ale. And then Dimgen, not Dimgen, Shay, you got the fish, so you have a +1 to intelligence. But now the bad side to that is your breath reeks like fish. It smells real bad.
I don't think there was a circumstance where my breath was going to be good here, so.
Well, now it's worse. So with monsters, you have a -1 to reaction rolls.
Huh.
Because you have fishy breath. Okay, that's all. You got some people here that are obviously looking to leave town, in case you want to bring anyone with you, if you wanted to approach them. Otherwise, it's early in the morning, and you can set out for the day. It's up to you all.
All right, let's set out.
Well, you guys want to get like 1 or 2 retainers?
That's
Yeah.
That's what you're for.
What'd you say? Caleb?
I said that's what you're for.
Ah, yes. Looking around the tavern, were there any retainers or people who look to be ready for jobbing?
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean you're the retainer.
Oh.
Yeah, he's also like the most charismatic one. So like, yeah, it does look like there's someone who he's a traveler. He's been kept here for some time, but now he's out of work. Like the trade goods that he had hoped to carry through are ruined, and he's kind of marooned here in the middle of the woods. Dolmenwood's kind of in the middle of nowhere. But you can see that there's this person talking to several people, complaining about that. And then a woman with him that commiserates and says that she feels the same way. So there's at least 2 people that feel that way.
I mean, do you guys want hirelings? We don't have to.
I think we've got a pretty strong team with us here.
All right. I'll go with that.
Okay. Then setting out from Caerlon, you know that it is somewhere to the northeast, and somewhere on the near side of the river. But let's see here. I will say that it would take part of your day, but someone could attempt to try to forage Farragoss if you wanted berries along the way. But it would take time.
He's already got Well, are we gonna say he got his berries from the last adventure?
Yeah, you have berries.
Okay,
And
so
you
I
could have-
forged the.
By the way, if you guys don't want to carry stuff so that you're not encumbered, you could have left it in Shay's place. Whatever you want.
Yeah. Well, so I found whatever spell it is I'm looking for or gathering components for. I found the gooseberries, so I guess I need to start. If that's gonna be part of our mission today, I need to start looking for component number 2, whatever that may be.
And you know the component, one of them that you're looking for, is in ancient Illumin text. It's often referred to as the evil root.
The evil root. Yes, I remember hearing about that at my university studies.
Yes.
An ancient text of yore that has magical roots tracing far back into the fairy realms and the fairy times. Yeah, I think that is what, of course, Fergus is searching for next.
Okay. Are you gonna try to? Does anyone want to try to forage on the way, or do you want to try to make what time you can to get to the dungeon?
I'm sure I got iron rations. I don't need the forage. Does anyone short on rations?
No,
I don't
Fergus
have.
is-
Yeah.
Mark
Demian
Fergus is
doesn't have any
stocked
rations.
up.
Okay.
We can share some rations, or unless you want to
Yeah.
forage some on the way, we can do that too.
No, I mean, I
I
assume
share
that.
with you some of my food, but would you accept food from the fairy folk?
Yeah. If we're delving, then we're together. Stranger Tales of the
Not eat
Elves.
his food.
I forgot to mention this. Also, part of the benefit of eating at the inn is you can assume that you take food with you. So it's good for the day. You'll need iron rations, or you'll need to hunt or forage if you get lost in the wilderness, or you get stuck out for some reason, or we go an entire day and you need sleep without a negative modifier, and you get out in the wilderness and you camp or whatever. But each day that you start at the inn and you eat the inn fare, it's cheaper. You gain some kind of benefit, maybe some weird thing, and then you're good for the day. It's assumed that you have food now.
A silly question. What's the difference between iron rations and regular rations?
Trail mix versus like a loaf of bread. Like beef jerky versus this is an actual ham sandwich.
They last longer, right? They keep.
Yeah. It's an MRE.
Yeah, it's an MRE.
Yep, that's exactly it. Non-perishables.
Mark, where does it have the thing about like how far you can go in the wilderness? I don't have that anywhere.
Take your normal movement times 5.
Oh.
And that's how many miles you can go. So like my movement's like 120. Or no. I divided by 5, not times 5. Jeez. So
crap.
what's 120 divided by 5? 12, 24. Yeah, so I could
Shadowbacks, onward.
walk 24 miles a day.
Okay. So it's basically going to take you
But that's divided, it depends on the terrain. Like, that's like clear terrain. Through woods, it's like minus like 1/3 or 2/3 or something.
you're
So maybe
33%
18
slower,
miles.
according to this. So, yeah, 18 miles or something. So, because it's 18 miles and because there and back again is 10-ish, it's going to take you half your day to get there and get back. So you got about a half a day. You've got, 12 hours, which is a ton of time. That is a lot of time. So, anyways, the last thing we would do is roll to see if you get lost. And because it's so short, I'm going to make that trigger whether or not if you get lost in the woods, if there ends up being a wandering monster. So, Joel, roll a d6.
Okay.
You want to get a... let me find it here. You do not want to get a 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Because it's a 2 and
So-
6. You want a
Okay.
3, 4, or 5, or 6.
Barely 3.
Okay, nice. So you all are able to travel.
Are you? Is that is that an encounter roll?
Yeah, I
are
would
you
basically
rolling
move you guys.
Monster encounter.
You wouldn't know this, but you'd be off somewhere else, and then I would say, all right, well, I'm going to roll for this encounter and see if it happens.
Gotcha,
And then you could
gotcha.
try again, and so on and so forth.
As a rule of thumb, if you're trying to roll a d6, you want to roll a 1. If the DM tells you to roll a d6, you don't want a 1.
Right. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Consistency there.
Okay. You make it to a, and I can put this aside now, to an airy forest glade, and it's very wide and clear. It's exactly like how they described it. It was very thick woods, suffocating almost and hot in the carnivorous forests through this area until you get here, and then all of a sudden this glade, and in the middle of the glade is an ancient gnarled oak with a big hole right in the center of it.
Large gnarled oak with a hole in the center of it, you say?
Yep, it exactly resembles what what you had heard about this place, where they probably had descended into the ground.
Oh, okay. Is the hole in the tree large enough for a human to pass through?
Oh yeah, probably
Okay.
4 or 5, 6 times over.
And the story
wow.
says that we're supposed to go into the tree.
Okay.
Yes, the
Well,
tales
they'll-
tell true.
The last time I went into a hole with these fools, I got killed by a flag book. So, you, the one with all the...
You can't prove that. You don't look dead to me.
Oh, poppycock. Your helmet isn't even on right. Who's telling this man which direction to go? Why don't you, the one with the knives and the sullen attitude, why don't you go down the hole first?
Well, because everyone else should go down the hole first.
No,
And
I
will,
know.
I will
You're just gonna
direct
pick up my
Maximilian in the
weapons.
direction of the hole.
All right, somebody tie a rope off to the knight with the backwards helmet.
My helmet is not backwards anymore.
Oh,
And light beams out of his helmet now.
And
Wow.
I peer into the hole.
well, who needs a lamp when you've
You-
got headlights here? Send
you-
him down first.
Peer into the hole, and you see, looking into the hole, a shaft that leads about 20 feet down, and then a sandy floor at the bottom. There are roots, webbing their way down on either side into the hole. It would make an easy and natural ladder on either side for someone to try to climb down.
While he's peering down the hole, Fergus had already tied a rope off to his waist, and then he ties it about 15 feet of length. No, about 19 feet of length off to the tree, and then is gonna drop kick Maximilian down the hole.
That's disrespectful. Roll initiative.
Right. This is how I'll do it. Maximilian, do you consent to that? Or rather,
I do not consent to being booted down the hole.
Then it does not happen.
Okay, fine. Fergus does
can
tie.
Tie me off, and
Yeah,
I'm
he does tie
gonna
you
go
off.
down 10-foot pole ahead of me, probing down as I descend ahead of the group.
All right. You tie yourself
And
off.
wait, before I go down, I'll message up like this. 1 blank for it's safe, 2 blinks for it's dangerous, 3 blinks for hurry up and get down here.
There's just one problem with that plan. You don't have eyelids.
Yeah.
I'll flash my hands over my face like
Oh.
this. You see?
Alternative plan. Why don't you use that damn mouth you're so fond of and just tell us what you need?
Everybody's.
Because it's cooler.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah,
I'm going to kick you.
Everybody's grumpy
10
today.
foot pole. 10-foot pole.
All right. Let's see.
And I stumble backwards down the hole.
Okay. Let's see here.
Because I'm concentrating on keeping him distance with the 10-foot pole, that's why I stumble backwards.
Oh, distance between you and me?
Yeah, because you're threatening to kick me down the hole. I'm using my 10-foot pole to keep you away from me, and then I back up and I fall down the hole.
Okay,
All right.
fair enough.
When
Sounds fair.
when you, you fall down the hole and the 10-foot pole just clunk, like clatters next to you, and it's laying, and you're on a. It's not actually that bad when you land. You have a really lucky landing because the center part of the bottom of this shaft is sandy. There's a sandy floor, and earthen walls everywhere, and roots. Some of the roots look like they've been moved or disturbed, and you see a dark hole covered in roots going off into the darkness in the earth ahead.
I send one blink back up the hole.
And I wish I remembered what the
Yeah, Fergus
rubric
turns
for the blinks was.
to Shay the Shiv and is like, "Do you one blink? Does anyone remember his
Hey,
blink system?"
Ed.
Yeah, I'll ask. Hey, what was one blink mean? What did the blink mean?
One blink means yes. 2 blinks means no.
We didn't ask
3
you a
blinks means
question.
right away.
What does yes mean in this context?
Oh, yes, it's safe.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay,
Then
that should
I'll
have been
climb
one
on
blink.
down
Should have
then.
just been
And
it safe.
2 blinks means no, it's not dangerous.
Okay, that could have been clearer. All right, go.
All right, Dungeon will
You didn't
climb
catch that, did
using
you?
the vines.
All right, you're climbing down.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll go in after him.
I'm going last.
Oh, let me put mythic mountains on all these so that I can see.
Oh, 2 directions.
Look at that. Back underground. This is going a lot better than last time so far.
Well, I'm not dead yet, so yes.
You didn't have to correct me. Could be going better, I admit, but
No, I'm full agreement with you. That was not facetious.
Okay.
Well, the spirits of the past are with us.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair.
yeah. Literally, unfortunately. All right.
Yeah,
Onwards.
so you all see the same thing I described, and you see this dark tunnel ahead, just slightly shorter than the height of a man, and roots dangling down from the earth on either side.
I'd like to. I'll light a lantern. I have a lantern in my pack, so I'm going to take out my tinder, my flint.
You could do that, but just a reminder, Maximilian's eyes are like blasting a 60-foot wide thing of light everywhere.
Fair. Maximilian, my fellow, go stand at the entrance to that tunnel and look down it.
All right. Now remember, I'll tell you like this. 1 blink for yes, it's safe. 2 blinks for no, it's not dangerous.
Okay.
And 3 blinks
I'll
for
remember it this
maybe?
time.
I'm going to
he's
follow
dead.
right in his wake.
Yeah, let's not.
Do I see any danger?
Do you see any danger? Let's see. So you go down to the edge and you look left and right, and there's a junction here. The floor is still really sandy. The tunnel starts to get lower, like about 3/4 the height of a man, and there's you see on a root as you look here, just laying. There's an old leather glove laying on a root. To the north, you hear a distant rushing sound. Could be wind, could be water, you're not sure. But to the east, you see a faint green glow, and you feel a little warmth coming from that direction.
All right, I blink twice.
No, it's not safe?
No danger.
Oh my god.
All right.
It's yes, safe, no danger.
3 maybe.
Wait, so yes, it's safe is number 1. Number 2 is no, there's no danger. Those are the same thing.
No.
No, there's a subtle difference there.
God
No,
damn
no,
it.
he's got it right. 1 for yes and safe. 2 for no danger.
Those are the same damn thing. God damn it. Which table did I sit down at the tavern? There was a table right next to yours full of adventurers. I could have chosen that one.
Yes, but unfortunately you owe us a life, so get moving.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
I
as
mean,
soon as you get to that
oh.
chalice, you can pay it back.
Burn.
No, I want to be clear. I owe this thief a life debt. I do not owe headlamps here a life debt.
All right, well, let me
You're
poke
very
that
fair.
leather glove with my 10-foot pole.
Oh,
You
okay.
poke the leather glove and you're certain it's just a leather glove.
All right, he's going to pick it up.
You have a leather glove.
You dick.
Nice. Gonna put it in the pouch. Ah, my ancestors would be proud. I'm delving and finding treasure. This is wild.
We quit while we're ahead.
Yeah. So let's see. Farragus is. So we hear rushing to the north.
Yeah,
and
rushing
we see
sound.
a warm.
And it's
Okay,
either
we hear
water or wind or something.
Gotcha. Some kind of movement, and then we've got what did you say? A warm green glow from the east.
You see a faint green glow off in the distance to your right, to the east, and it feels like there's a warmth coming from that direction.
Okay. The magic user in me feels like the green light is the best choice, but I'll leave this up to the party as well.
Well, green glow sounds good for reasons.
It feels fraught with narrative material.
Yeah.
In
Good.
the direction I'm headed here, you're saying?
No,
The
the other
The
one.
other way.
This way, towards me, young man.
2 blinks.
Two flanks.
Okay, you see, he knows what I'm talking about.
I think he's making fun of you, my good sir. Just keep walking that direction. You are.
How can he be making fun of me when he's totally spot on? What's with this thing here?
Yeah, Maximilian. It gets like lower and lower, and the roots are you have to like kind of like move them apart as you go. The floor here is still sandy, and then it gets to
Poke it with my pole.
it gets so thick that and you poke it with the pole, and you find it's almost hard to get through with all the thick roots. They're just everywhere.
Oh, we propose, good fellows.
When do you and you poked it with your pole? Did you pull your pole back?
Yeah, I wasn't like jamming it with the pole. I was just like, touching with the pole to see what it was, see how it felt, so I would pull the pole back, I guess.
You say that when you pull the pole back, all of a sudden one of the vines goes and like wraps around it.
And I pull a little bit to see how strong it is.
You're able to overcome it and snap the root off of it.
I do it again.
At first, nothing happens, and then you think you just see in the dark one of the roots like kind of go like that and then lay over the pole. And then they're just kind of
pull
like
it back.
swaying. And you pull it back, and then it's almost like it's sliding off of it, and then it lets go.
When I head back to the party, I'm like, so who wants to go first?
We could burn them, I think. Or
No,
use
that'd be
these
rude.
iron
So
spikes to make a ladder in the wall so we can get past them. I have these iron spikes and we can make try to put them in the wall and climb over it.
So it's like a carpet of roots on the floor.
From the ceiling and from the walls, there's just roots hanging everywhere and tangled,
Oh.
like to where it's almost hard to try to get through. It's very thick. And it looked like one of them grabbed a hold of his pole.
Individually, they don't seem strong, but a whole mass of them together, they could be dangerous.
I've got a flask of oil. I'd like to.
No.
Excuse me.
It's a living. We're inside a living being.
We're inside of
Might
an
be a
oak
bad
tree.
idea to attack the tree we're in.
What if we run really fast through it while holding torches together? So if it attacks us, then it'll burn, but if it doesn't attack us, then it won't burn.
Excellent idea. You go first.
No, we have to do it together because
No,
it's together stronger with fire.
Yes, I'm right on your heels.
We don't need fire to deal with this.
What if we just need to, like... What if it's a living tree, but isn't a hostile tree?
Yes, do we have any way of detecting sentient tree?
You know what? Hey, Dungeon Master, is there anything amidst the roots? Like, say, a skeleton?
Nope. As far as you can see in the roots, it's very thick, so it's hard to see, but it's just roots.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the roots have killed anyone yet.
Well, maybe let's try to shake hands with the roots, make friends.
Okay.
But wait a moment.
Oh.
Shay, as you turn to say that, and you look, then you notice on the wall, one of the roots. Why is it not? Here we go. One of the roots is wrapped around, just a random article of clothing, a ripped piece of shirt. It's just holding a piece of shirt. I have entirely
changed my mind. The roots are not our friends.
Nope, I'm guessing someone saw it, tried it, got grabbed, and went with the rushing water/wind.
Why don't we go the other direction?
This one seems like a puzzle to be solved if I were, in a fantasy game of some kind.
Well, what if that shirt is there because the person ran past it? They grabbed the shirt, ripped it off, but the person made it through safe.
Okay, so how about this?
Possible.
I'll attach a rope to your waist, you run, and if it goes bad, we'll pull you out.
All right, that sounds like the best idea.
Okay, yep, so I take the rope off of No, you know what? I leave one end tied to Maximilian, and leave the other end.
Wait, I don't need to be on a leash, and I cut myself loose of the rope.
Yeah, this is becoming a dog walking situation.
Yeah, I just realized I was still tied to a rope. I didn't realize it.
It's not a leash. You're the largest and physically strongest person among us, so we need to have him tied off to you, so if he gets trapped, you can help pull him out.
Okay, that makes more sense. You should have blinked.
For Jesus fucking, just, okay.
Who is this Jesus? Is this a...
Jesus was a good friend of mine back at the university, and he had the absolute worst luck.
No. Okay. Anyways.
It's a real name.
It is, yes.
Okay. Oh, good Lord. All right, yep. So I leave the rope that Maximilian moved to cut, but was stopped before he could knock 10 feet off of the end of my rope. And I tie the other end to our friend here. And then, we're going to grab it tug of war style. And...
around the waist, I think. Around the waist.
All right, Dungeon, your running speed in heavy armor, I've got is 40 feet is what I've got. Is that...
Okay.
So
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to calculate that, if I'm being honest.
No, it's fine. I got it right here.
No, you are right, because... No, it'd be 30 feet, because his... Wait a minute. Does he have that magic armor like I do?
No, he does not. And he's got plate armor.
Alright, so, you'd be 20 feet per round combat movement, so 60. It would be his, all-out move, I think.
All right, so go for it. You can move your token to here.
Yeah, Demian he's going full speed. He's just trying to sprint through the things and get to the other side as quick as he can.
Make a dexterity check.
Okay, let me check my dexterity on my sheet. I have to roll under a 9 or under. All right, I got a half chance. Yeah, 3. Let's go.
Okay, you run, and these things, they grab you, and you just, run them off of you. No big deal. And you can tell that they're not really strong enough to take your body and, pull you. That's not possible.
So even if he had stopped, they wouldn't have ripped his arms off.
Yeah, they didn't have that kind of strength, right?
Yeah. Okay. Demian will communicate that back to the party. They're strong, but not that bad.
All right.
The Henson line will live on.
I untie myself and walk right into the middle of it.
Well,
run.
hold on, big strong man. What if you
Make a
before you-
dexterity check, Maximilian.
Okay, god damn it. I was going to say you could stay here, and then the other two of us could use it as a guideline through, and then we could pull you through. But that's fine. No, go ahead and do it, you big buffoon.
It fails. Okay. Mark, roll a d6. A 5. Okay. Go to your inventory sheet and count down from the top 5 down and say what it is.
My charter.
One of these routes, and you didn't leave that in Shiv's place?
I never thought about having to leave it anywhere.
One of these roots, like the roots are like grabbing you and stuff, and you're able to shrug it off. But one reaches into your backpack and pulls out the charter and pulls it into the wall, and you've lost it.
Oh, balls.
I start hacking at it with my sword.
You start hacking at the roots with your sword, and you hack through until you see the one that has the charter. I would say make another dexterity check and see if you can try to get it before it disappears.
All right, wish me luck.
Oh no! It disappears in the wall with the charter, and as you're hacking these things, like it's easy. You find it's easy to like hack them off, but then like some of them are wriggling on the ground, and all of a sudden the entire ground goes and shakes. But then all of the roots just fall like limp, and you find that you've hacked a path through this thing. Just hack them apart. Oh man. Oh man. That was like the last thing that was tying Maximilian to the mortal world.
We lost
I still
so
got
many
those
friends
artifacts.
trying to secure that.
I got heirlooms, man.
This is true. Also, well, actually, the undead are gone now. It's just a tomb. Oh, the Droon shall return.
Passable now.
Yeah, it looks like there's a path through them now.
All right, I'd like to pass on through.
And I give the look to the wizard. Don't even tell me. Just don't even.
You get the strong sense that you just shouldn't even. Fergus.
I just shouldn't even. Well, I guess my whole party's on the other side, so Fergus is gonna come through as well.
It's sandy here as well. You feel a cool breeze coming from the east, and you see a green light, a slight glow coming from your left. And as you enter into this, what would you call it, an antechamber, alcove here in the earth, with a path, a stone path ahead, starts to turn into rock, and opens up into darkness, and it goes even further than like the light from Maximilian's lights, you know.
Legends mention this intersection?
What does?
I said, did the legends mention this intersection?
I don't recall any legends. What do you mean?
Don't mind me, I'll just wallow in my unlanding joke.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's see. There's a cultural reference, and it went over my head.
It wasn't.
Oh, well.
That's right. You'll get him on the next one, bud.
There are roots on the walls here everywhere, and they have a strange shape. And then as you're like coming through here, all of a sudden, like they start to blink, and some of them have eyes and mouths that open, and they start to talk.
I'll wave at them.
Let's see here. Okay. It's another group of fools. Don't call them that. That's not very nice.
I shout at them, "Give me back my charter!"
Yeah, you should give that back. That wasn't very nice. They didn't pay anything else to come here.
You want me to pay you something? I'll trade you something else.
I don't think he deserves it. And then the other face is like, yes, if you pay me, I'll go talk to my friend, and I'll get your piece of paper back.
I will give you all of my rations.
I don't want rations. Gross.
10-foot pole?
No, I want gold.
Fine, I'll give you 5 gold.
Let's see.
What does a tree want with gold?
Well, you can do a lot of things with gold. You can buy goods. You can buy services. You
Maybe
can
it's like
hoard
a
it.
dragon thing where they just want to hoard it, perhaps. At the end of the day, it's just a rock we pulled out of the ground and decided it was special, so who gives a shit? Here's 5 gold.
5 gold, and a little tendril like comes out of, like, spirals around and like takes it and wraps around it. I think I could go with a few more of these. It looked like a nice piece of paper.
It's your damn charter, Maximilian. You're already 5 gold deep with me. Why don't you put something on the table?
All you got is heirlooms back home. I'll pay you back.
I will put forward a silver.
Silver.
I thought it was actually pretty nice.
Who's Quasimodo? Somebody just give this guy more gold.
How much gold do you want, Tree, for the charter?
I'll take 10.
10 total or 10 more?
10 total. Or though, that's a
Nope,
pretty good-
somebody give him 5. You said it. You said 10 total. Somebody give him 5 more gold.
Well,
Anyone.
I'll give him 3 if you give him 2, Shiv.
It's not my charter.
Oh no.
That, you know what? That is fair. Maximilian, if you don't cough something up, I'm taking my 5 gold back, and you can just go fuck yourself.
Have an extra sword. I will
Oh
give
my
that.
god.
I'll take the sword. I'll do sword for 5 gold.
Okay.
Okay, so you get a sword for Maximilian,
Yeah.
and then take the 5 gold and give it to him. So for
Yep.
total 10 gold, and he's like, I'll talk to my friend, and the face goes, and like earth like sinks around it, and then the other face is just like big nose is just like drooping there, and it's like,
I don't know why he's like that. I'm happy to have visitors myself. You know, I wasn't feeling very good today.
and then like he just starts talking about his day for a while.
Who was attached to the piece of shirt we saw back there in the roots?
Oh, yeah, no, they probably just took that shirt off that guy.
What guy?
No, I don't know. He didn't introduce himself.
Just ran past it. That's not very nice.
No, I don't think so.
Which direction did he go, big guy?
Oh, yeah, I know. He went that way.
And then like he points toward the stone, like the cave that's opening up.
And has he come back since?
No.
No, didn't end so well. What happens to people who go down that path?
Well, they don't ever come back.
Oh, what about the other one?
They don't come back from there either.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Well, here.
This guy
guess what?
comes, like the face comes back, and he's like, "All right, Ernesto is giving it back." And then like a tangle like comes down from the ceiling, and it's got the paper. It's kind of shredded on one end and dirty and stuff, but it drops it down on the floor and like goes back, and he's like, "Thanks, bud."
But
Thank
is
you.
that a tree joke?
Oh man.
Boo. I'm going to boo myself on that one. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair. You know what? No, that's fair. I'm just getting warmed up.
All right, you can add to your inventory with one normal sword.
Got it. Did. In case one breaks. Sure.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Unless anyone's got objections. DM first, I guess. You may have answered this. Are we getting an indication of where is the green light coming from where we are right now?
Yeah, there's a faint green glow coming from further ahead down this path.
Oh, down
to
that
your
one.
left, and then you feel you smell. This way, you have a cool breeze and an ammonia stench.
Bat piss.
How can you smell that over this guy's breath?
It's pretty strong.
I don't know if you've smelled ammonia recently, but it is.
But he's got fish breath.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a good point.
All right, I don't need to take this. All right.
Okay, well, fellas, I see green light seems to be a biscuit for which we are risking it. So let's go down this one.
What about the stone? We heard about the chalice goes all the way down. Stone means maybe more stone and maybe going downwards. I like
But
stone.
he said no one comes back from there.
Well,
And
it seems
there.
no one comes back from
anywhere.
either one, so it seems to be a non sequitur.
Personally, I'm not a fan of ammonia, so all things being equal, maybe the radiation is the better direction.
Which one does one of the paths seem to be leading downwards?
Is leading downwards. That's a good
'Cause
question.
We are trying to go down, right? Like we're trying to get to the chalice. Is that what you said?
Yeah, this one is just slightly above, like almost like there's a deliberate threshold, almost like bumped up a little bit, and then just slightly narrower as it goes down this path, and otherwise level. This one does start to go down, but it just generally widens out as it goes.
Well, my vote is on the growing green light, but that's only because selfishly I want magical things. It's a little bit of information about my character.
Selfishly, I want things too. So perhaps flip a coin.
Okay, fair. Here's this gold coin that apparently I'm the only one who brought to the table. Right. Flip. Oh, look, green light. Let's go.
You guys, each of you roll a d6. Each of you roll a d6. Yeah.
All right. I call evens. Oh, we already rolled it. Who rolled it? We rolled two.
Oh, wait. You said each of us roll one, I think, right?
Yeah, and then also, no, just Joel and Chester.
Okay,
okay. So Chester wins because you got an even.
Okay. Well,
or not Chester, sorry, Joel. Joel, you win because you got an even number.
Okay. Yes. I called evens and I rolled even. All right, green light it is.
All right. Well, this is the way of the hero. Believe it, our friends. Okay.
Here, I'll make you a promise. If the green light's boring, we'll go down the stone passage.
Well, yes,
but
it's gonna be great.
No one comes back from this direction.
No one comes back from either. Were you not listening to Quasimodo?
Oh.
All right, go onward and upward, Maximilian. You're our headlamps.
We believe in you.
We're the 4 best friends that anyone could have.
Okay, so this path, the floor becomes, instead of sandy, muddy. And you can see hoof prints in the mud. And there are still these roots on the walls and coming from the ceiling. You can see now the source of that glowing green light is moss here, which has a bioluminescent green glow on the moss in this area. And in an alcove just around the corner, Maximilian can just barely see it. You see the outline of what looks like nooks where someone has hung. There's a coat rack, and someone has hung a tweed jacket.
All right, I proceed another 10 feet, and I blink twice.
Maximilian, when you get closer, you can see further into this nook right here. And you see there is the tweed jacket, and there are nice, cozy cloaks and coats that are hanging from a coat rack made from the root. And, yeah.
Are there any blue cloaks?
Yeah.
I try on a blue cloak.
It doesn't fit. In fact, you find that it is for something much smaller than a human, but you feel something lumpy in its pocket.
I poke at it with a 10-foot pole.
You,
I suppose I would check it out. I have a gauntlet on.
okay.
I poke at it.
You, it's just it's a key.
I remove the key from the pocket and put the cloak back. I proceed searching the other cloaks.
Okay. The other cloaks, they have little doodads and lots of pocket lint, and you find a little pin and some thread left over, and you see someone has a toothpick, and you find 12 copper pieces and 5 gold pieces.
All right, I will write down key, 12 copper, and 5 gold.
All right.
All right. What's next?
Well, I return to the party and I say, hey, who do I owe 5 gold to?
No one. Fergus.
And I give him the 5 gold.
5 gold. Yes, thank you. Your debt is repaid. You may die in peace.
What an asshole! Why did you guys bring this guy back?
I
No
didn't
one
want
liked him.
to. I tried not to.
Shay warned everyone in his defense. Yes, thank you, my good man. And he pockets the gold.
Is that all there was down there? Just 5 gold lying around?
And 12 coppers and this key.
Was on the ground.
Let me take a look at that key.
And a toothpick and a thread. I didn't pick the toothpick and the thread, though. I left that and shit. It's gross.
It has been an hour, and so you all need to take a rest.
Okay.
Oops, that's
Hour
not
of
what I
leisurely
wanted
walking.
to
It
do.
really kills you.
Yeah,
Speak
you're
for yourself.
slowly
especially
going in
if
the
you're-
dark and like exploring things and checking things out and talking about things and all that kind of stuff and
It
carrying
weighs
your
on the
backpack
nerves.
and yeah.
Yes. Not all of us are as well conditioned as you, Mr. Thief, sir.
Wait, you're a
Manny.
thief?
No, I'm a
He's a procurer of previously owned items.
Adventurer, like us all. Adventure.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay. So is there somewhere we can sit down and rest for a little bit? I mean, we're amongst the coat racks, I guess.
Yeah.
We see the coat racks.
Probably the first nook. You can tell that there's coats there.
Okay, I would like to pilfer all the coats.
Well, Maximilian already pilfered them. So
No, I don't want to pilfer inside the coats.
You want to take all the coats.
I want to neatly fold up all the coats and put them in my backpack.
Oh, well, in that case, you find 2 cloaks, a fine coat that is blue, and you find 3 scarves and a nice hat. And Shay, also, you'll need to move up there to do it.
Is Shay the Shiv Is your backpack a pocket dimension? Because otherwise, I have a lot of questions about the size of your backpack.
No, it's just optimistic.
Shay, when you get there and start taking all the coats and stuff and stuffing your backpack, you find that there are 2 more alcoves that are full of stuff. One has a hat stand with 12 very fine felt hats. They're all red
right.
and purple.
I'll take those too.
All right, and then this one right here has a portrait of a gnome-like creature hanging from among roots.
Interesting. Hey guys, I think gnomes may have. I think this might be the gnomes that someone mentioned might be around here, and then I'll take the gnome portrait.
All right.
Have we thought about what might happen if someone finds us with all of their shit?
Wait, what happened to me?
The world
we
is
lost-
darkness.
We
Sorry.
lost light.
There you
Did
go.
you close your eyes?
No, he's good. He just, I don't know how it went off the...
Well, they said no one comes back from this direction, so I feel pretty good that these are now previously owned goods.
Well, that's a fair point.
Oh, wait, is this the alcove with the cloaks?
Yeah. Shay has taken them all and
Taken
stuffed them in his
everything.
backpack.
They have been cleaned out. So either we're going to die here, or there's an exit somewhere down the tunnel.
What's in this thing?
It used to have hats. You can see that Shay is holding 12 different hats, fine hats.
How are you possibly going to carry all of that?
He's cramming
In a
it into his backpack.
We don't ask questions about Shay's backpack.
How big do you think hats are? It's a backpack. You just stack them one on top of the other.
You do
and
have
there
you do
go.
have a really ridiculously bloated backpack at this point, and you consider yourself with treasure in your encumbered state. So you now have
This is like a sleigh in the Grinch situation, where it's like
So-
like
How
6 stories tall,
large
and
do
a
you
dog is
people
pulling it.
think hats are?
Well, they're not. I mean, in this day and age, if we're assuming this is a fantastical setting, larger than a baseball cap.
They're gnome hats. They're not real hats.
Wow, gnomes aren't real people. That's a controversial stance, my good sir.
No, it isn't.
This is what we call problematic.
What does, I would like to examine this with my 10-foot pole.
Okay, when you look into this room, you see a fairly well-appointed waiting room. The floor here is cobblestone. It is manufactured and made and placed, but the walls and the ceiling are still roots and dirt. The roof is arched about 8 feet tall, and the tunnel continues on here. There's a wooden table and stool, and on the wooden table and stool, they're very nice quality, and there is a dainty bell sitting on the table, and a brass plaque that in Woldish simply says, "Please ring."
All right,
like
Alice
this
in
is
Wonderland, go
time.
ring the bell.
For
I
someone
did
to
the last
remind me-
reckless thing. It's your turn.
You're literally the human version of a tank. Go ring the damn bell.
Should we recall whether gnomes are bad or not before we do this? I feel like we heard a story about gnomes that I don't
You
remember.
did hear about gnomes worshiping a god made of like a gemstone.
I think we should ring the bell.
I ring the bell.
Good boy.
It's
Here's your
very
treat.
dainty.
He
And
tosses
has
him a
a
piece of beef jerky.
has a pleasant sound to it, and this creature comes out with a walking stick, and it goes, "You rang," and
And I blink 3 times.
Oh my god. Ooh, hello, Remius. Yeah, Fergus takes a step back.
welcome. Let's see here.
Hey, we heard about a god made of gemstones in the area.
That's just made up nonsense.
Oh, okay. Well, that's disappointing to hear.
But
What?
I have very fine tea. If you'll join me.
Tea?
Yes.
What type of tea?
Oh, made with very fine herbs and berries and roots.
Berries, you say?
Why, yes.
Now, would they perchance be gooseberries?
Well, I don't have it on the stove, but I could put some on for you.
Ooh, you're speaking my language, good sir. Pour me that fine gooseberry footage.
Oh, of course. If you follow me, please make yourself comfortable. And he like walks away with his cane.
So, are we following him, or are we making ourselves comfortable?
Oh no, he didn't mean here. He meant like further on.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Fergus has been lured by the offer of gooseberries. Come on, Maximilian, we need your light. Oh, we still missed him. It's a lovely sitting room area. Yes.
And that's actually
This is where we're sitting.
this is a sitting room. I'll show you what it looks like here. And,
Very pleasant.
Yeah, it is pleasant. It's lit with a gentle candlelight, and it's cobblestone here as well, but still with the earthen and walls and roof. And you can smell a wonderful smell of tea and crumpets coming through the air further down, as it seems like this sheep goat man is making you some tea, and then probably going to return soon. There are bookshelves made out of the roots nearby, with jumbles of books everywhere. And there are two very fine upholstered chairs.
They like
Any of the-
gnome-sized chairs or like people-sized chairs?
Mostly people-sized, like goat people-sized.
Any of the books pop out? Do they seem to have a specific subject?
When you look at the books and you kind of flip them over, they're all written in Woldish. That is to say, the common tongue Woldish, and they make no sense whatsoever. They're written like a nursery rhyme, but then they just like trail off into nonsense.
Do they make sense to Maximilian?
Oh man. I'm gonna say that I don't have it here, but yeah, sorta, or at least I would say this to Maximilian, it probably seems that way.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant by making sense to Maximilian. It's like, would it make sense to the Joker?
Right. All right.
Or rather, Maximilian would understand that it's not supposed to make sense. That's the sense. Like, don't you get it? It's like when I say blink twice. Oh, what's wrong with you? You don't get it.
Yep. What is everyone doing?
I'd like to look for any magical books or perchance scrolls on the shelves of this room.
Just nonsense rhymes. That's all you see.
The whole library, just nonsense.
Just absolutely nonsense. All of them.
Well, this just became far less interesting.
At that, this goat person arrives with a tray with some sugar cubes and cups and a pot of tea and a dish of really nice smelling crumpets, and he says, "My name is Ramius. This is my abode. Welcome. Oh, don't sit in the chairs here, please. Let me get you other chairs." And he goes over to this table and he puts the tea and crumpets down. He's like, "Please enjoy. I'll be right back and get you some chairs."
While he's gone, what's his name? Oh goodness, I forgot my character's name for a second. Demian is going to quickly shake one of the chairs.
You shake one
See
of
if
the
there's anything in
chairs.
it. Yeah,
It
poke it. Yeah.
pisses it off, and it animates like a chair from Beauty and the Beast, and it tries to hit
God.
you.
Oh no.
Make a save versus breath.
Oh,
Okay, save versus breath. Okay, that's 15 for me.
All right.
I have to roll under a 15. Oh god. What have I done? 9. I save.
9. You dodge out of the way of this thing, and this chair just looks like it's if a chair could cuss you out by moving its little chair legs around. It looks like it is. And then
Does it seem evil?
Ramius comes back
Oh.
and it's like, "Ooh, calm down there, my little pet." And then Ramius puts a chair down and like pushes the chair out of the way like a angry dog and let loose in the house and like pushes it away and is like, "Sorry about that. These chairs are okay. You can sit in this chair. What do you think of my tea?" He takes some of the tea and pours it out into a cup and
Do you have a straw?
"Oh, I suppose." And he like goes back to the kitchen now. What is Shay doing?
being very on guard and not touching anything.
Okay, what's Fergus doing?
I mean, I think he's still hoping for something better than nonsensical rhymes. But the tea's been delivered, correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Then he.
I have a rhyme for you if you're interested.
I'm not.
How did it go? I can't remember. It was a blue night with a silver mine. And it's on the tip of my tongue.
I have it recorded in the results section.
No, but Maximilian can't remember. He's like, what was
yeah.
it?
He's
I'll
trying
get back to you.
Okay. Good story, my man.
No, he forgot that he wrote it. He thinks it's a mythic fairy tale. He's like, it's
Oh.
a silver mine. There's a
Is that
riddle
part of
to it somewhere.
the effect of the fairy world on him.
I'm exaggerating.
Fergus is sipping his gooseberry tea.
Several other of these sheep-headed people come out, and they sit down, and he says, let me, what do they call it? This is my flock. And they're clearly female. One of them has nubbed horns and like a bow on her head. And another one like has a black lace dress that she's wearing. And otherwise in every way looks exactly like a goat. Like even less like a human. And then the other one looks like a tubby goat. Is a little shorter, but is also wearing a dress. And they sit down and they start enjoying some tea as well. What brings you here? Do you not like the tea? He looks at like everybody else that doesn't have it.
Damien will start drinking some tea.
All right.
Oh, you didn't give me a straw yet.
He hands you a
How am I
straw.
supposed to drink through the helmet without a straw?
Yeah, Fergus has been drinking his tea for a minute. He likes the gooseberries.
I have not
Unfortunately,
drank any tea yet.
Tea is against my religion, so I can't partake. But I appreciate the offer a great deal.
One of our nice desserts then?
Desserts?
Dessert is also against my religion. Sorry.
What do you have for desserts?
Oh, we have these grilled crumpets.
Shay, has anyone ever told you you're bad at lying?
Only a few times.
What lies?
But they never had the indecency to do so while in mixed company, fortunately for me.
Oh, Fergus Talbot, nice to meet you. You're full of shit. Have some of my tea, it's delicious.
Absolutely not. No.
Let's see. For Damien, and Fergus, make a save versus spell.
Okay, save versus spell.
Everyone
save.
except Fergus?
No, Fergus and Damien.
Oh, Fergus and Damien.
Uh,
Save versus spell. So I need
which
to
one's
get...
that?
It should be the
Spells?
last save that you have.
The S one spells magic rods, magic staves.
Yep.
So I
Oh,
need
that's
roll
16. Okay, that's high.
I roll a d20 and I need to get below that to save?
Get above it.
You
Above
could
it?
hover right over the name of it, and we'll roll it for you.
Oh, I think
Oh,
you can, as long as you meet it.
Yeah,
actually.
you highlight it, and it turns red, and then click it.
I don't think I have a... Do I have a character sheet?
Oh,
Oh no,
I didn't.
No,
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't.
just
Sorry.
What'd you get?
It's...
Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah, I thought that I had to get under the breath. I thought I had to get under it. So with the breath attack, I probably should have failed.
Oh,
but
that's okay. Yeah, for a save, you roll to exceed it.
roll over. Okay, well, I guess I know for next time. So I have to roll over a 16. This is not gonna happen.
I rolled over a 15 and I got a 17. Nice, we both did. There you
Nice.
go.
All right.
You notice that you start to feel woozy and start to fall asleep, and then you look at each other as you're drinking the tea, and you realize this tea is drugged for sure.
Like fun drugged?
Like not fun drugged.
Oh. My good
Like,
man, I love
like
a
you're
good
gonna fall
drugged
asleep
tea,
and then
this
they'll
is-
do things.
Ooh, been there, done that. This is not the fun kind of drugged tea, Altchester.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Rasp. Yeah. Should we boogie?
Fergus turns around and says, Shay, are you sure you don't want any tea?
You see, it's like kosher. There's the religious element, but it's also just good practice.
To not-
Just kind of, it's just wiser to not.
No, you know what, you're right, it's totally poisoned. I was trying to get one over on you. But yeah, no, it's bad tea, let's go.
The
I
sheep
appreciate
pit at
the
Fawns,
candor.
they like stand up and they see that you're like saying this stuff, and they start. Romius is like, and like starts backing away, and they all start backing away out of the room.
Hey,
I draw my
headlights, get 'em.
sword.
Oh, yeah, there you go, you're
They-
one step ahead of me.
they
man.
turn-
You're good for something.
They turn and flee. Are you gonna try to chase them?
No,
Okay.
it's like you better step back, and I do that.
Yeah, they flee. Then.
Well, we're already all this way into this cavern. Let's at least follow them at a cautious pace, and I'm sure they have some treasures they're probably trying to keep hidden from us.
Well,
I
let's
think
check.
You might be right, but I think we should come to an accord first.
I
Should we
agree.
kill the evil goats?
They're evil. That's
Yeah,
how that
we
is.
know they're
well-
evil. They just tried to, well, I guess they tried to drug you. They're bad guys. I give you that, but
To,
They're at least slightly evil.
to be fair, we are
good,
for-
evil. What? I don't know what's good or evil in this world.
That's why I'm here, the thief.
We are
to
four
help you with
heavily
morality.
armored fuckwits that just walked into their home. I would poison me too.
I don't doubt that you would poison you. That's kind of your whole thing.
Okay,
But let's
it
go
was a
kill the
book.
goats.
It was a book, not poison, and they offered me tea. I'm just saying they might be not morally evil. Let's go find out. Cautiously.
I don't
with
believe in
weapons
good and
drawn.
evil. Only law and chaos.
Yeah, well,
and I'm
you can't
neither
close
one.
your own eyes, so let's wait until we get a little further down the path.
All right.
You
If-
go first.
Yeah. Well, if we see them,
I still
well,
have my
they
sword
might try to
drawn.
kill other people.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Gotcha.
fair. Keep your sword drawn. I'm not saying be stupid. I'm just saying let's not kill them all at
You
once.
are
Then we have-
all saying be stupid.
Well, other people,
Come
yes, but not
closer.
me.
Come on. Tighten up the formation, guys.
It winds this earthen path through here, and you can tell that it's spiraling and turning left constantly. You get the sense that you are turning left for a very long time. And then finally, you find another room here. And inside of that room, you see a kitchen with a cobblestone floor and glazed brick walls of an iridescent black this time. It's got an earthen roof. It's about 8 feet tall, and it's lit by lanterns. And you've got a cast iron range, and with a right over here with a kettle on it, and still some grilling crumpets, with some butter melting nearby, and pots and pans, and wooden cupboards.
Referee, are we getting a sense of, like, is there an altitude change at all? Like this thing that's spiraling to the left, are we going down?
No, it
Or
feels
is it-
like it's been level,
Interesting.
but it feels very dreamlike. It almost feels like it's hard to tell the distance. Like sometimes it feels like you're walking, and things just get further away as you walk. Sometimes.
Do the cupboards have anything in them? Any of that magical drug? Or anything?
There are a bunch of things in the cupboards. There's herbs. There are forest foods, including mushrooms. And guess what? Gooseberries. And animal horns. And
Gooseberries?
yeah.
Are there any expensive silverware lying around here?
Do you search through the stuff for expensive silverware?
Yes.
All right. You look around, and then you find a latch in the back of a drawer. You see silverware, and you've got very nice silverware. It's probably worth about 5 silver pieces. And then like a little drawer in the back of the drawer.
I would like to open the drawer in the back of the drawer.
You pull that out, and you see a book. It's a book, and it is written in High Woldish, or I'm sorry, not High Woldish, in Common and Woldish. And it is a recipe for cooking humans. And also there is a little vial of some kind of liquid back here.
Oh!
Hey, Fergus. I'm summoning you.
Oh, what were we going to say,
Right
Mark?
here, man. Just tell me what you want.
No, wait. I think you have to say his name backwards 3 times to summon the wizard.
Yes, that one. The one that's...
Scuffer.
Oh my god, the magic worked. Here you go, you fucking idiot. What do you need?
I don't need anything. There's a book here, which you should probably not read. And there's a vial here, which, I mean, you're the guy that does the magic things.
Is it a magical book? Is it a uninsight? What's the word I'm looking for? Something that we can't read?
Nope. It clearly tells how you
It's
can take
about
humans and
cooking
cook them
humans.
into recipes.
Oh,
of,
you're right. You said that. I'm sorry.
It says to serve man.
Okay. Can I take I want to take a look at that vial, and can I, with my thaumaturgical abilities, detect any sort of magic coming off of it?
I think you know that this is some sort of magic potion. If you took it to someone else and collaborated with them to identify it back in town, you might be able to figure out what it does.
Okay. Well, Mr. Shiv, I'm not going to drink this here. If you want to, you're welcome to. Actually, I would love to see that.
Recommend drinking strange potions.
No, I did not drink a potion, sir. I drank tea. But I will put this potion in my bag, and we'll figure out what it is when we get back.
All right. Do I have room in my backpack for the Cooking Humans book, or is that filled with gnome-sized clothing?
No,
No,
it's filled
that-
with gnome-sized clothing, but you can carry more stuff. It's just that you are now with treasure, so it's a very basic encumbrance system. So you just got a bunch of stuff either way.
The book is mine, and
Oh.
he puts the book in his bag.
Nope, it isn't. I was here first.
Well, no, actually, you were here first, and then you stepped 5 feet to the right to allow me in to take a look at it. So my hands were on it when I said it. It goes in my bag.
I'll let you guys pick. One person can have the potion. One person can have the book.
Oh, I have the potion.
Okay, then he can have the book. Okay, so
Fair enough.
let's see. Also, did anybody take the herbs?
Yes.
Okay, those are obviously. It's clear like that he made the tea out of these.
Mm-hmm. Damn straight.
Ooh, well, at least we know that if we run into goats, we can kill them without feeling any moral funny business.
Oh, is that? Gosh.
I
So
don't
there's no
think
book around
those are
about
not
eating goats, right?
those are not killing herbs, my man. If you drank it, it wasn't a death potion. I don't know
Well,
how
they were gonna
versatile
make
it
us
is.
sleep so they could marinate us before serving us, right?
Well, right, so we wouldn't want to. It's just for sleeping. So maybe if you're an insomniac, I can give you some of these.
They have a book on how to eat people. It's our moral duty to kill them. He brandishes a sword bravely in the air.
Yeah,
Onwards.
and how many kitchens do you think have books on how to cook goat and other livestock? Maybe chill out with
Apparently
your
not
moral
enough.
superiority.
Onwards.
All right, let's go. The bandit's right for one. All right, we move on.
You hear a bleeding noise.
Whoa!
Are you okay, Mark?
No, I see the ghost.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. There's a room back here. The goats are
And I
standing there.
yell at them, hold up there.
They hold up there. They do that.
good
And
job,
I point
headlamps.
my sword at them. Hey.
They're holding butter knives.
Explain
Ooh.
yourselves, ye goats.
And then Romius like disappears. And no, wait, he doesn't disappear yet. He does a thing first. He runs to a closet in here, throws the closet doors open, and then disappears. And then all of a sudden these like skeletons fly out of the closet.
I think we should attack them.
Yeah.
What did the she-goats do?
They're standing there like guarding the way with their butter knives.
Put down the butter knives, girls. It doesn't have to be a problem.
They look like they're determined to block the way. However, I'm going to see if that actually did affect them. And I'm going to subtract it. Nope, they're able to hold fast despite your terrifying appearance.
All right. I think our only course of action is to go forwards and deal bloody melee.
No, hold on. You happen to know charm person?
Where'd Fergus go? Uh-oh.
Fergus! Oh, where's the magic user when you need him? Alright, never mind.
I think he's getting high.
Fairgus knows.
Sorry, I found some fun mushrooms back in the herb cabinet.
Can you
Oh,
charm
my God.
them or something?
I'm personally charmed myself. Charmed the goats, you say? I am what they call a level 2 character, you buffoon.
A level 1 spell!
A level 1 spell is shield. Remember back in our first session when you recommended I use that one?
And you forgot to?
No, I'm waiting until you all start fighting them. No reason to burn a spell slot if we're not going to fight them.
he does not have
Should
charm
have
person.
taken charm person. That's all I'm saying.
My
That's
God.
most.
It sounds
it
like
was
you
my
just
fault.
wanted because it's convenient. I have shield and read magic, I believe.
Oh,
Well,
thanks
these
for
guys
that.
have butter knives, so you better get that shield going.
Oh, butter knives! Watch out, Shay'll steal them too.
And then like one of them runs forward, like with
That's
the butter
what we
knife to try
call-
to attack.
That's what we call
All right.
chasing your players up the tree, isn't it?
Fine. I'm
And,
gonna attack back.
Okay, let's see here.
We engage in violence.
Let me see if I have like a. Is this too?
We
it's
roll
too
initiative.
obvious? No, that's not good. Something like. No, it's just going to be this one. Yes. Let's see here. Let's see. It would be. Let's do Shay. Roll a d6, Shay.
Oh, you should have picked someone with better luck. Let's see. That's an R. That's a D. That's a 6.
Don't forget the
Ew.
forward slash.
All right. Let's see.
The slash was assumed.
Assumed. That's fair.
I can't. I'm having a brain fart. Is it high or low, Mark?
It's low.
No, no.
Whoever rolls highest goes first.
That would be Mrs. Goatface here. Okay, so let's see. They are going to take one more morale check. And they pass. And so now she... let's see, can they do anything? No.
Oh,
Let me
thank
see what
goodness.
Okay.
I was worried they might stab us for a moment there.
And then they're going to move. And they all move up here. But this is about as good as it gets for them right now. But they're flying, so I think they can probably fit over top. Like that. So let's see here.
Oh my.
It's going to be... The first one, let's see. Movement, missile, spells, none, and then melee. So I'm just going to have all of them and see. What's your armor class, Maximilian?
17.
17. I'll have 3 of them try. All right. 1 hits. Attack 1. She has a butter knife. And does 2 damage. Manages to probably poke one of your big eyes, I guess, you know? But your armor is invulnerable to the rest of the attacks of these these skulls are ramming into you, they're rearing up like they're gonna ram, and then they'll just fly. Huh? What'd you say? Oh, okay.
I didn't say anything. Can't prove it.
What is your oh god.
You just die.
What's your armor class, Damien?
17 as well.
Okay, good. Okay, just 2 of them.
Even if they both roll ones, I'm still done.
Yeah, that's 1 for each of his hit points.
Yep. Describe your death as you're gored by this flying sheep skull.
All right, I'm gonna do this full dramatic. Yeah, I'll go full dramatic. You see, Damien, first day on the job, as he's there in battle, wielding his sword and his shield. Unfortunately, it seems like he hasn't ever really used them much at all before, as he wildly swings and misses. And as he does, he has an opening in his chest as 2 of them knock his head, and then another one bashes right at his throat, crushing his windpipe as he falls to the floor, trying to choke, but can't make any sound as he expires on the floor.
You guys are gonna fire Fergus. I think we have enough adventures, really. It's fine. And then now, also he's like, no, you go ahead. Now he's probably gonna run around and just leave.
Yeah, he's learned his lesson.
Okay, let's see. That's their turn. And now it's your all's turn. Who?
That's very funny to me. That's good.
Who's moving?
Did I attack before running away?
No.
Sorry.
You've got to decide. And in
All
fact,
right.
if you're running away, you have to choose between a fighting retreat or if you're just fleeing.
Oh, just fleeing, of course.
Oh, then you can. I think you can go twice your distance or something.
All right.
It's one of
Well,
these things here.
What's your normal movement?
my normal movement, you're gonna have to tell me which one that is. I got a 60 or I got a 30 and a 90 over here.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, you
wait.
can
It
go
says
90.
it says movement in melee, retreat, flee at full encounter movement,
That's your 30.
and you also you cannot attack. I'm assuming you want to do a fighting withdrawal because you don't want this to happen. Basically, if you retreat more cautiously, then you go half your movement rate. And that's the best you can do. If you just flee, they get a +2 to hit you and ignore any shield bonus.
Okay. Cool. I'll be away from them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
I leave. I would like. Oh, and I'd like to.
This is not a
I'd
bad
like
idea.
to activate my lantern that I have
Oh, yes. Okay.
because our light source is in the process of perishing.
Light is 40 feet for a lantern.
30, I think I have it written down. 30 feet radius.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, you can move your token.
All right. Now to go really far away.
So Alchester's
see.
dead.
Yeah,
Right.
Damien's
15.
done.
Damien. Yeah, sorry.
And I curse you, you coward.
You can't see me. You're busy looking at the 9 people murdering you.
They're not murdering me. They murdered the other guy.
Oh, yeah, your odds
That's
are
where
not
the
great.
pence comes in. Let me see. That
Yes.
was.
No, I'm with the thief on this one.
You can't prove it. Didn't steal anything. Let's
It's
see.
your-
That's
it's in your
that's
it's on
some
your
other
LinkedIn.
numbers. 40, 60. The
You
moral of
left
this
the
story
you
is I'm
left the
very
dead
far
guy's
away.
stuff, but life is more important than stuff in this.
Yeah. I
Case, I
mentioned
guess.
my priorities, and it's like you can't get rich if you're dead. Is the problem?
Yeah.
So what is-
Fergus is going to turn his lantern on as well.
Okay. So everybody's fleeing. What are you doing, Maximilian? Are you?
I'm fighting.
Oh wow. All right. Okay. You can move your encounter distance.
What's my encounter distance?
If you are unarmored, I have that as 120 feet because you're not carrying anything.
Oh my.
No, it'd be 40 encounter,
Oh, my bad,
120
that's
for
right.
he's fleeing. Yeah.
Yeah, 40. You need 40 feet. That's right. All right. And then Maximilian's staying to fight. Missiles, none. Spells, none. Melee. And you can attack if you want.
All right, those flying goat things seem like the most dangerous. So that's what I'm going to strike at.
All right.
Is it a fairy?
It is not. It hits, and you utterly smash one. And that's your turn, and now we roll for initiative again. And Maximilian, you can roll for initiative. Everyone else-
Maximilian, you buffoon. We've all left. Just let it go. There's nothing to be gained.
I'm playing the odds, man. I think I got it.
The odds are not in your favor. There's 9
The
of them.
odds are you guys should back me up, but you're not Spartans.
Well, if your 2 partners have left, then the odds say
I
you
can't
should
even
leave.
hear you. I am battling.
All right, you can attack again. So you won the initiative.
And another ghost or flying thing.
What did you get? 14 hits, 8, and you destroy another one. All right. The morale for them, they're going to be at a -2 now as they see the fury of this blue knight striking them down. Here it goes. Ooh. Oh, it has to be higher, which is interesting. Higher than much. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. The higher their morale score, the harder it is to roll over their morale. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Higher morale score.
Which you were
System
doing
really needs to
reverse last
decide
week,
whether you
but
need
I
to
was.
roll over or under stuff.
So in this case, it's the opposite. Basically, for the monster, you want them to roll higher for them to flee, and they didn't. Anyway, they got a 3. Add 2 to that, they got 5, so they did not flee. Which is so weird.
Here's the rule of thumb to figure out the high-low. If you're rolling against someone else, you want high. If you're rolling against yourself, you want low.
All right. Well, it is their turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are attacking.
Armor class 17. Bring it on.
17.
You die.
Attack 1. Okay, so one of them hits with their butter knife. And they do 3 damage. You still in there?
I'm still in there.
All right. Let's see. Then we roll for initiative again.
I believe.
You can
Crap.
do it. I'm rooting
They go
for
first. What's your armor class?
17.
None of them are able to pierce your armor. and it is your turn.
So it's the ones with the butter knives that are more dangerous, it seems, are they? Or is it the goat, the flying ones?
So far, the flying ones haven't hit, so you don't even know. They're like flying around. You're able to
Well, yeah,
like
but I
evade
have my
them.
combat instincts, and I saw them totally
Fair
waylay
enough.
my
Yeah,
friend.
I would say that the flying ones are more dangerous and they're easier to destroy.
Then that's my attack.
Uh,
Oh,
a 10 barely hits,
all right.
and you destroy another one. And we roll for initiative again. Ooh, and I got a 1.
Oh boy.
All right, take your turn.
Another flyer.
And you destroy another one. And it's their turn, and they're going to take a -3 or a +3 to morale, which is a bad thing in this case. So that's 7 plus 3 is 10. They are terrified as they see that you are nigh invulnerable in your armor, and you've destroyed all of these spirits that their master has summoned, and they're going to try to flee into the corner.
Can I strike it one in the back as they flee?
Yep, because that's because they're fleeing. You can do that. 19, 5. They have. That's crazy. Actually, they're really they're weak to hit, but they're really tough.
No, that makes sense.
That's weird. So yeah, you strike one in the back. They're terrified. They run off in the corner and bleeding and pleading in you in some sort of bizarre alien goat tongue. And then their master appears. Please, please, don't hurt us.
I got my sword up against his throat. Explain yourself.
Humans, we are, we're disgraced. We were cast out by Lord Malbleet. You've heard of Lord Malbleet. It is said that goats rule over humans in the southern Dolmenwood. He's saying that they're disgraced goat people that have been cast out and they've been living in a hole, preying on people that come by.
I strike him down.
Okay. Roll to hit. Wow, 8 damage. That does kill him. And the rest of them are terrified, but they're going to try to fight for their lives, so you can roll for initiative. All right, you can go first.
All right, I hack this one down.
Roll to hit.
Ooh,
And
not missing.
You do indeed hack this one down.
Yeah, you're playing the odds so far.
And 2 of them are going to try to attack you. Both of them miss as you just knock the butter knives out of their hands and kick them back against the wall, and it's your turn.
All right. Oh, it's new initiative.
Oh, my bad. That's right. All right, one more time.
Oh, that misses.
Yep, that misses. Okay, they're going to try to hit you. And they miss. And initiative. 2. You can just go ahead and roll them out.
Simultaneous.
Yeah, let's just do that. Actually, let's just do that. Oh, crap. A natural 20.
Natural 20.
Okay. That hurts that one. And let's just keep going. Oh, one of them hits.
Boy.
4 damage.
Ah!
Did you make it?
I'm still going.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, you kill that one. And now there's only one. Misses. All right. I'm just gonna roll. Misses. What the? Misses. I'm gonna roll like the next few. Just like roll 3 times. And we'll stack them in order. Okay, that does 5 damage. Roll one more time. And that one does 6 damage and they're dead. You are covered in goat blood. And the bodies of these fawns are slippery, are all underneath you. In this room is this open closet. There are cobblestones here on the floor and a big cozy bed. And humanoid skulls and bones, you notice now, are decorating the upper part of the wall, as it seems they've lured many people into here to consume.
I've searched the room for treasures.
You do find a chest. You're able to open it, and you find freshly, neatly butchered human meat, a rope, a sack of 487 gold pieces, 192 silver pieces, 202 copper pieces.
Wait, okay, wait. Start the money again, so I can put in my thing.
Sure, a sack of 487 gold pieces.
Okay.
192 silver pieces.
Okay.
202 copper pieces. A silver and sapphire ring worth 400 gold pieces.
Alright, silver and sapphire ring, 400.
And Faragos, you really should have been nice to this guy. Because in a sheepskin-clad grimoire is a spell book with Charm Person, Detect Evil, and Phantasmal Force. And it can be cast like a scroll or used as a spell book.
Okay.
And that you have
Charm Person, Phantasmal Force, and what else?
Detect Evil. I'm not gonna. We will just return. The sun has set. It is now dark. As you make it back into Caerlon. The Blue Knight, having slain and avenged Dimian and many other humans that have been lured in by these sheep-headed people.
Oh yeah, I take all my, I drag my buddy's corpse out too, so you can get a proper burial.
All right.
Thank you.
You could share the inventory with us. We'll pass that around too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give it to his heir, who's going to show up.
I do that at level 2.
He was the last of his line.
Yeah, I do that at level 2 anyway.
Well, wait, don't you got a cousin maybe? Oh, you're the last of your line.
Last of his line.
All right, well.
You guys can take it.
Legendary
Actually,
dungeon delving
let's-
family has
Let's do
had an
something
end
else, and
to it.
this will be the last. This will be the end of the session right here. Is when you make it back with this the body of your friend, and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna reclaim the lineage of my ancestors as a delver and all this stuff." You make it back, and you have the body of Dimian. What do you all do with his body, and what do you say?
Alas, I hardly knew ye. What was his name again?
Dimian?
No, I mean, I say that at the funeral to the other characters.
He was like a DG, right? It was like a multi-part. It was like 2 short names put together.
Dimian's funeral, the last of the long line of these famous dungeon delvers has 3 idiots standing over him that don't remember his name.
I close his eyes and I say, "You shall blink no more, my friend. Blink no more."
Oh man, it's good.